What's going on YouTube? Q back here again with another video for you. Today's video, I'm here with sort of a unicorn depending on what country you're in. So right here behind me got the 2022 Civic Si, and yes, I did just do a video on that, but this is a Canadian spec and it's going to be for sale here in the US. So this thing, like, I never seen one in person, so, and I've driven in the US spec Civic Si, the US spec Integra, and this thing kind of yeah, so we're about to get into that in just a minute, the differences between the US spec Civic Si and the Canadian one. So join me along on today's journey, and before you leave the video, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, browse the channel. Let's hop into it. So if you've been following my channel religiously, as you should, you know I've been kind of in a panic, hurrying up to get a car before my WRX kicks in, because I kind of got cold feet, and my Rex will be in next week. So I gotta email them back. They actually emailed me a couple hours ago, and they're talking about doing a loan application. I'm doing my loan outside of the dealership just because I got a relationship with the bank that rewards me for using them, which rewards them as well. So we got a relationship going on. But right here, Civic Si Canadian spec. Let's check out what makes this one different from the US spec, and you can tell from the thumbnail already. But if you couldn't, let's take a look at it. This one is obviously a used car, and we're at City of Cars, so this will be for sale. Have to wait for a few days because it's still got a few things that need to happen. When you import a car, you have to wait at least 30 days, so time's ticking. And I would buy this, but I'm not sure what the price will be exactly. Keep on checking the website, cityofcars.com, and they'll have it up here shortly. But this is what we're working with here today, the Canadian spec. So what makes this thing different? The first thing you can tell, the fog lights. So I mentioned in another video, like, these packages on these cars kind of suck. And so this is what I mean by the terrible packaging. The Civic Si is used to come with heated seats, the adjustable dampers, and creature comforts like that, but they decontented the US spec, and the Canadian spec is cheaper than the US spec, but it comes with a lot more. And these are pretty, like, these are deal breakers. I guess it would make you go to the Integra, which is a luxury version of this. I prefer the Integra myself, and I haven't really driven this. I just driven around the parking lot. I'm not going to do a driving review on this today because I already did that before. Same car, but we got more bells and whistles. But the first thing on here are the fog lights. We don't get that on the US spec, so let me light them up for you. So not only do we have one fog light, we got two fog lights, and they're LEDs. That's something that the US spec doesn't get. Why don't we get that? I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me, but that's the first thing. Another thing that we don't get on these side mirrors, you see the indicator in here? We do not get those, so let me turn those on for you all. So if you're in the US, you do not get nice things like this, the turn indicators and the blinkers. And to some of you all, these won't be big deals, but I'm out here putting the information out here. So this is what you don't get, and this is why a lot of people are mad. But this is a long list, so we got more to talk about, so let's keep going. Another thing that we don't get in these cars in the US, right here, parking sensors. These little things right here, so when you know you're about to run into a wall, we don't get those. I don't know if it's just the front or rear, but they got those up front right here in these fog lamps. So two things we don't get up there. Well, we got more up here too, right in front of the SI badge. I see more sensors that we don't get. See if we got any on the rear, I'm not really sure. They got parking sensors on the rear as well, as these little circles are, but I do not know for sure if the US spec get those. So I'm about to hit you all with a three-piece. So I'm here in Michigan, and it gets cold in the wintertime. It's 70 degrees in November today though, but I'm looking for a car for the wintertime. This thing would hit It will tick every single box, man. So let me hit you with this 3-piece combo real quick. This is what I'm talking about with the winter times here in Michigan. So this thing, y'all not ready for this. All right, let's check it out. Coming up in here, let's turn this guy on. Do you see that? No, you don't see that. I'm talking about you US people. Home country. Do y'all see that? Do you see it? Do you see it? It's right there. Boom. Heated seats. We don't get that here. Why don't we get that here? We used to. Uh-oh. 3 levels of heated seats, man. We don't get that here. Not only do they get heated seats in the front, they oh my God, a heated steering wheel. This wheel is heated. It's a steering wheel. You can drive with this steering wheel. You see that? On and off. They get that. That's Canada for you. I don't even know which one is the land of the free anymore. They charge us for all this stuff. This car has more money in US currency. This car is like $27,000 in the equivalency. Dollar for dollar, this car is cheaper in Canada. It's like $26,000 converted to US. This car is $28,000 in the US. But in the back seat, here is the final piece to that combo. They got heated rear seats, and this is a Civic. Heated rear seats, and it has 3 levels too. I turned the car off. So heated rear seats, and this is cloth, so you can do this in cloth. So do they have the vents back here? No, that was just a Honda thing they didn't do. They got the USB ports back here though. But heated rear seats. We just don't like nice things. Like who made that decision? Why don't we have that? All right, so another thing that this Civic does come with that US spec doesn't, and the Integra does, wireless charging right here. So not sure if that's a big deal to you or not, but in Canada they get that. And this is all standard. These aren't options. Also, home link up here. This looks familiar to me. Like, I don't know if I saw this in the Integra or I can't remember, but this might be something new. Home link in the mirror up here. And also, you see that? Dual climate control. And this is in Celsius right now, so we got a little bit of work to do to get that in the we need some US metrics here. The imperial system, not metric. So that might just be a calibration change. And the last thing, and I saved the best for last, I'm gonna show you all. So let me get buckled up real quick. This thing comes with a lot more. Like all the stuff that I named, this would make this car worth the price with markup in the US. But we get less for more. That don't make no kind of sense to me. And it seems like most people are paying markup on these. They are not letting these go for deals. Not really. I haven't seen them. So all right, well, before we get up out of here, this is it, the grand finale. Y'all ready for this? Here we go. This cluster right here. So this is all digital. In the US spec, we get analog on the right side, I believe, but on here, we don't get that. This is all digital. This is something like it's found in the Integra. So watch this. This is what we're missing. You see that? We don't get that. All those indicators up top, you can make them go left to right or go to the middle, but that's something I need in here because I kept hitting red line. You do not get that on that poverty spec US Civic Si. Why, Honda? Why? Why? But nah, that's it. I'm just being dramatic. Let me put this car back. All right, so that's all that I got for you all today in this 2022 Canadian spec Civic Si. So this would honestly be what I want. This would kind of make me not look at the Integra with all these extras, because even on the Integra, you got to pay for that heated steering wheel, and that's a dealer add-on. So this adds a lot of the luxury features. In Canada, y'all lucky, man. Y'all get it for much cheaper than we do over here. Plus the markup over here if you're in Canada, do you all have to deal with all this markup that we have to deal with? I know it's there, but it's $5,000 markup. That seems to be a general rule of thumb that I'm running into over here. So let me know. And do any of these features not matter to you? Also let me know. Drop a comment down below. I like my features, man. Like at first, when I first started my channel, I didn't care about the features that much, but I'm starting to get my cars kind of loaded up these days. I don't know, maybe I'm just getting older, but I like this stuff. And they got it in the Canadian spec. Why not the US? Like, we like that stuff too. Like, who's the market research that said we didn't like those type of things? So I want them in here. This would be great. Like, I honestly wouldn't even look at the Integra if I could get a Honda with all this. So, and they sell the Integra in Canada too, so I just don't get it. Does the Integra have more? Because the Integra here doesn't have heated rear seats. And like I said, you got to add this heated steering wheel. What else do I notice? And they got the dampers on the Integra, the adjustable dampers. But I don't know. But I don't own a car business, so maybe there's a science to it. But as a consumer, I would not be happy about that. So let me know your thoughts. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell. This car will be available in the US for you all to buy. This is a used car. It's got 4,700 miles on it, so keep checking City of Cars website. I'm thinking towards the end of November, they can post this car for sale. So check them out. City of Cars, my people, they treat me like family. So I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace out.